Hi everyone and welcome to the Deeside Defenders 40k or Warhammer 40k League. It's round 4. With me I have Ben and Adam as usual, filling in the background, making noises.
Evening.
I think he was trying to call me fat.
We are only 10 minutes late, which is almost a record. So we're all here. So you know the drill. Ben's going to lead us through the what happened in the last round, what he expects from this round, and what's going to happen in this video. And then we'll just get into it, really.
So pretty much we've hit the middle of the league, so round 4, 4 of 8. So we are fresh lists again due to the new codexes that release. Space Wolves is official. We're expecting some more next weekend. So it's certainly
like Templars and all that.
A league of an ever-evolving meta at the moment, which keeps it interesting. So standard 2k list. We obviously draw the map in a second. We have 4 unbeaten players remaining from 36 by round 4.
So they're probably going into each other.
So they will be playing each other. So some combination of myself, Josh Burns, Josh Towney and Fur will be coming out. We know that's going to happen.
Because none of them were smart enough to throw their first game on purpose, because that's what happened, Matt.
What we do know is that there's a huge range of people now sitting on 2 and 1. So really going to throw some interesting matchups, I think, into the mix.
And I maintain with 8 rounds, you can lose a game and still win this comfortably. I honestly think that.
Yes, I mean, you're the more games you win, the smaller and smaller that pool gets. I mean, we could, in theory, have 2 unbeaten players remaining at the end of this round. Obviously, we could taking draws out of the equation. If that happens, it does mean that by round 6, we only have 1 remaining unbeaten player. So they've still got to win 3 more games.
They have
to go unbeaten. So it's
I love it.
The extension I think has made it really interesting. There's a lot more going on, which is good. We are still at 35 players, so just a reminder that does mean that 1 player will receive a bye this round. Again, it's randomly generated, so we'll cover that in a second, but just bear that in mind. If you do get the bye, we'll look at arranging another game, a friendly game with somebody anyway for you or something like that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's unavoidable. What can I say? I just want to take a quick moment to say, obviously, we're all kind of winding down after the weekend. A lot of us attended the Allies event. I am exhausted. I've got WTC next week, so I'm well rested for that. Ben will be joining as coach. First year, Ben, you excited?
I am excited. I think it's a lot more work than any of us expected this year.
Damn right.
A lot more we're trying to do. So it was fun. Yeah, great weekend. Tough to obviously tough 2 days. Great to see. I mean, realistically, half of the league played at the Allies event, which was fantastic. It's a great representation. I've seen quite a lot of different lists this round, so I think a lot of people have been practicing in their lists for Allies the last few rounds, which have been interesting, and they've taken the chance to freshen things up.
Good.
Or rob from the better players.
Yes, or just copy and paste Reese Meta Death Guard list from Allies.
That's the reality of it, isn't it? Because the WTC lists came out. A lot of people have seen the hot sauce, but they've got to remember this is a singles environment. You've got to have a balanced list. That said, I'm taking my WTC list for practice, so it's heavily skewed. But anyway, I thought just spend a moment to say thanks to everyone who got involved. It was exciting. You got to see what it's like on the national level. It's intense. It's difficult. And Adam, you attended as well. Any comments?
It was in Elmont Games. It wasn't in a tent.
No, it wasn't in a tent.
It was really interesting. I had a whale of a time, but I wasn't going in there with big expectations to smash everyone. I was going in there to have fun, to play some people at that higher level. I'm really happy with how I performed, in game and out of game. I didn't have a particularly good list, but it went well. Everyone was friendly, and we didn't get to go into the other Deeside Defenders team that went, so I think we need to arrange that on a Thursday to see who the true Deeside Defenders team is.
That would be a good internal event, actually. The 8 versus the 8.
We're going to draw each other.
Deeside versus Deeside for the. That'd be good to see.
Well, we have the NWTC coming up in September as well, so that's another opportunity to scratch that itch on teams play, because it is exciting and what you experience it, I think. Well, that said, what's the normal schedule of these things? We usually pick a map and mission.
We do a map, so map and mission, I think.
Let me just go to this technical thing. Deeside really what's it here.
Where we go. And while you're just bring that up, one thing I will say is because there's the potential we might see a slate this week. Just to be clear, if there is any slate this week, it won't be applied to this round in the league. List was submitted, they're in.
Right.
So any points changes won't be involved in this round. So just to be clear on that. Any FAQs, any intent changes, we will discuss the league committee and we may apply. I think same as how WTC and the other organisations apply those.
Yeah.
If it's an intent change, it means it was the rule all along. So just so everyone's clear, because I will get questions, if there is any slates this week, we will.
Of course, if there's any changes to Death Guard, we will immediately implement them.
Yes, DG points will be applied. And any Imperial Knight reverts and removal of Feel No Pains, we may generally consider. But no, on a serious note, any points changes won't be applied. So just bear that in mind.
I think Steve would cry if we made him change his Knights list because he's finally getting all his Power Rangers on the table after how many years?
Well,
and I should. I won't spoil that. We'll wait till Steve gets drawn.
All right, good. I was going to say, hold off. So these are the list. This is the mission that remains. We've still got Linchpin on Tipping Point. We've still. I'm just going to the wrong thing. Just click on there. We've still got Scorched Earth on Tipping Point. We've played Hidden Supplies already. We've played Purge the Foe. That was the last round. That was an experience. Taken Hold on Search and Destroy. Terraform on Crucible of Battle. Supply Drop on Sweeping Engagement, which I don't think I've played Sweeping Engagement yet.
As well. It's one of the new, brand new, better pack maps that have since been canned.
They have been
WTC.
But what a great opportunity to try it. And look at those batshit crazy crates in the middle there.
Are they one high?
No, they're too high.
Okay.
Oh, they may wait.
No, they are one high.
They must be one high.
Yeah, they are one high.
What the?
And the middle, as you've probably noticed, you can kind of stage to face into your opponent's deployment zone. It's just absolutely nuts.
Well, that's an interesting one. That must have come up on a Friday night at WTC with too many beers. So that means there are. I'm counting 5 there. Oh Christ, what have I done?
Yeah, because round 1 we played the old data slate, so we've got 7 of the new maps.
Right, that's okay. That
5
makes
to
sense.
go.
So, with that in mind, please do the honour of rolling the dice, Adam.
Yeah. Anything but a 6.
Anything but a 6. That's 2.
Two.
So that's number 1. Number 2 is Scorched Earth on Tipping Point. So that's an interesting one. That's a very drawy mission, traditionally, because you can only score up to 10 victory points, including one that you have in your own deployment zone, and one other, and that includes your opponent's. But there is the opportunity from turn 2 onwards to burn an objective. You can only burn 1 objective per turn. Normally what happens is the end of the game, you tend to rush to try and destroy one, right?
Try and get to 10.
Your opponent's home objective is worth 10, so that big push, ultimately that's the only way you can get 50, right? Because you can only score 40 maximum on primary from holding objectives in this game unless you burn. So that's the interesting one there. We are looking at the chat as well if you have any questions about what's going on. Without further ado,
it's probably quite a nice map for many armies, I'd say. There's quite a nice staging point right on the edge of your. I mean, that's
you're right.
What, 21 inches corner to corner from the big L's.
That's not. You're not wrong actually. Looking at that, those objectives are even in no man's land. They're both hidden in behind terrain.
Shot.
Yeah. Big super L's there, so maybe this is a great one for knights as well. Well, everyone will be sad to hear. Good staging.
That means I'm going to draw Mike.
Interesting one. Right, so
I'll get rid of that, and we can get up
I
my
shall-
state-of-the-art league draw folder. Hang on. Dun, 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 dun. That's the old one. Of course it is. I'll just remove those names, and we are fresh.
Right.
Good to go.
Well, to start, so I've just generating now. So give it 5 more seconds, and we are done. So the very first thing I can tell you is that the player who will have the bye this round is Phil on his knights.
Yeesh, Phil.
So, Phil Evans, you have received a bye, which means you do get an automatic 20-0 win, which
Okay.
I'm sure will be a bit of sugar in the salty tea.
That only happens though if in the friendly against Fur that we're going to set you up, you win.
Yeah, so what we will do, Phil, just so you're clear, just so you're not surprised when your name doesn't come out, you will receive the buy this round. What we will do is look to organise another fixture for you. So you'll still have a game, but it does mean you get the automatic win. So,
Okay,
good start for Phil. Into our first pairing. Our first pairing is Logan Healy on Death Guard.
That's your Logan.
This is the same list, I think, that he's been playing for all the leagues so far.
Played it every round so far, consistent. Picked up a couple of wins. I mean, Logan's return to 40k has been, good choice. Randomly picked a good army just before the slate hit.
One of our younger members, so that's good.
Indeed, and I think as a sigh of relief for everybody else, he will be playing Richard Naismith on his Death Guard.
They do like to take each other out, don't they?
The two of the DG will be going straight into each other. I know post Allies, Rich decided to go back to one of his crazy builds again. So
so it's 18 Death Shrouds.
It is.
Yeah.
All with Lord of Contagions.
Yeah.
Barry's disappointed to be able to see our faces again, unfortunately. You have to suck it up.
Well,
yeah.
At least it's on. Actually, it's the half of my face that doesn't work.
But yes, for the benefit of the two Death Guard lists, straight out the hat, Logan into Rich. Rich has got rid of the Defiler, but replaced it with 6 more Death Shrouds. So
I saw you bought some more Element games on.
I mean, I'd like to see that game because you're basically going to have Logan's Blight Lords and Death Shroud slowly inching their way up the board to the Rich's Death Shroud, both deep 6-inch charging each other. I guess it's just going to come down to who rolls the most in ones.
Yeah.
So that'd be an interesting game. Next up is Simon Payne
Simon
on his Imperial Knights.
Yeah, that's 3 big, 5 small, and the Immolator.
Yeah, so Simon's take is kind of playing a slight variation, kind of a combination of the two, like the old Immolator list with sisters and a couple of big knights. He's not quite fully committed to the big knights, still taking a good group of Helverins.
I think it's needed.
And got the Immolator there. So I think we've seen outside of teams, the 5 big knights in certainly the 5-round UKTC and RTTs aren't doing as well. Your bounds come up over the course of 5 single games. You come up against someone who's prepared for knights. So no, I think Simon's built a good list. He will be drawn into Simon Jones on his Chaos Demons. So just as a quick update, Simon may not be able to play this round. He's going to confirm 100% in the next couple of weeks. So just for clarity, that would mean Simon Payne would get the bye. What I would suggest, Simon, is that if that does happen, and I'll keep in touch in the next couple of weeks, is that you and Phil can play each other instead. You will both still get the league win.
Really? Okay, good.
But you both can still play the game. Which
I'd say, could the Sue Simons please reach out to each other and see if they could organise that game, because that's best, I think.
Yes, absolutely. But Simon did make me aware before the draw, so thank you for that, Simon Jones.
At least that stops this week the usual thing of someone going Simon and then atting the wrong Simon in the chat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which has happened for the last 3 weeks.
Playing each other. Right, next up is Matt Hughes on his Orcs.
Oh, nice. I believe he's switched up his list and his name. Macho Matt Orky Savage.
I'm trying to find him.
Yes, I think this was a bit of a
Hugh Dacker, that's
a tribute to Lord Hogan, who sadly passed.
Yeah. It's Beast Bosses and Beast Boys.
Oh, right, so he went into the mirror last week, didn't he? And
yes.
He experienced the power of that combination.
Yeah, he did.
And that's every Orc player's running it. It's a horrible high OC blob. It's got rerolls into vehicles. It gives that war boss with his dev wounds into vehicles a hell of a punch.
Yeah.
And he will be playing Ian on his Emperor's
Children.
Oh, that should be interesting.
Rerolls vehicles would probably be quite useless.
Playing the pretty standard.
Double Fiend, double Prince. Yeah.
Not much.
There's a Fiend in there, so that would be useful.
He's got 2 Fiends in there.
So I played Jordan's list, who had a similar thing last round, actually.
Well, the Demon Princes are monsters as well, so.
Okay, alright, so that's interesting.
A lot of beast bosses in Matt's list.
Yeah, if he times his wa right.
2 melee
I think
pressure
that's how you
lists.
pronounce it.
2 melee pressure lists onto a great staging map.
Yep.
I mean,
that's going to be a
turn 1. smash your face in.
It'll be a short game.
Right, next up, Andy on his Ultramarines. Andy Anderson.
Yeah, he's mixed up his list. The comment here is he's had his pocket money rescinded, but he's only got 2 Vindicators this week. But he has put Calgar and Girlyman, which isn't a combo we've seen recently.
No.
I'm seeing it, but it's strange because they obviously removed the ability to combo them both, right? So you needed to have the it was the Warlord trait that you have to pop Girlyman.
Yeah.
You don't get the CP if Calgar isn't your Warlord, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you don't. But you do still get the benefit of the double oaths from Girlyman.
Yeah.
Obviously, Calgar is still a beast, especially when he's leaving the unit as well.
He's a unit.
So yes, you lose the CP generation, but I think he does offer a lot more. So it's interesting how all of the Ultramarine players kind of removed one or the other, and then they seem to have swung back to it again.
You miss Calgar when you take him out.
Clearly missed him.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I've seen him steal my kill against a. I was going to say Keeper of Secrets. It's not Keeper of Secrets. The T someone. In Space Marine 2 reference, sorry.
Oh,
carry on.
Okay.
Carry on.
You threw me then. Now this is an interesting matchup. He will be playing Nathan Evans on Seer Council build 1048 now. I think we're on.
He's trying to take a leaf out of Martin's book there with adding as many numbers.
Yes,
to
I think Nathan is the self-named brewmaster, as he now refers to himself in Nathan.
Yeah, it's just taken me a while to find him in the spreadsheet. Yep.
Has made, I think, there's a few extra warlocks in. Lots of warlocks, warlock conclave.
I wonder if it's similar to his allies list.
It could even be the allies list.
Yeah, it could be.
But it's the tried and tested only by Nathan Seer Council.
Seeker, Fugan, Genzar, Morgan, Warlocks, Storm, lots of Dark Reapers, lots of Fire Dragons. You'll be glad you took those Vindicators out.
Well, one. There's still 2.
Oh, yeah.
2 good targets. Okay, next up, Steve Davis on Imperial Knights.
Davies, who went into Andy last round as well. Oh, Steve Davies.
Steve Davies.
Sorry, no, that was Steve.
Imperial Knights for Steve.
Yeah. 3 big, 5 small.
Yeah, he's gone for the solid. I think he's got the wall. It's a slight change. He's gone for the Walden, the Paladin, which is quite good. Gives you -1 damage on 2 of your Warglaives, and he also gets the
with the 14 extra wounds.
Yeah, which is quite nice. Slightly different, but gone for that more solid build. And he's into Sam on his Death Guard.
I think Sam is looking for some vengeance after what I did to him last week. Sorry, Sam. Apparently, I can make 35 4-ups in a row.
Well, he's new to the league this year.
He is new to the league.
He's been through the gauntlet. I played him first round. I think he's been through all the experienced players. So
but I think as a Death Guard player, that's what they deserve at this point in time. So
no comment. But he, hopefully, I think he's going to go from strength to strength. That's going to be a good test for them.
Yeah. Going.
Lots of Death Shroud though.
Next fixture is Michael Brown on his Necrons.
Brown.
And he will be playing Josh on his Chaos Demons.
Josh,
I think both retained their lists from the previous round.
Yeah, it looks like it. Warriors, Doomstalkers with Mike. And
that's going to be a case of smash versus immovable object.
It's so it's 2 10-man warrior blocks and a Wraith unit in there. So it's a very mixed list. Couple of Doomstalkers. And then Josh, I think, has gone for the
he's got the four lots of Nurgle, yeah.
Lots of Nurglings, lots of Beasts of Nurgle. One of those really horrible demon lists that you just struggle to shift.
I'd say to Mr. Brown, if he wants to have a chat about Necron builds, you should open up to some of the experienced players. There's a lot of good Necron builds out there that are just horrible to deal with.
Really
there's big 20-mans with 4+ invuln, can't be killed because of the reanimation. There's some great play there, but it's not intuitive to a new player, so I'd be really interested to reach out to you and have a chat about that.
Lots of combos.
And Josh is just going, I'm sure he's going to enjoy killing lots of Necron warriors.
Yeah, I mean, you kill basically 2 armies, don't you, during the course of the game?
You do.
You kill 10 warriors and 5 more reappear again, so it's a long one.
Good luck to both.
Next fixture is Phil Roberts on his World Eaters.
Sure feel.
Double Fiend, Jekyll Spam.
Yeah,
As-
lots of jackals in there.
As long as he's not got a Hellbrute, I never want to face a Hellbrute ever again.
Great in that army. Though I love them.
They are, especially when
They're
they make a
tricky.
12-inch charge into your back line.
And he's playing Chris Hughes, also on Chaos Demons.
Free big, Commune, Havocs.
Yeah, it was basically again solid big demons with some mid-board presence, some plague bearers, and then he's got lots of havocs to sit at the back of the map and pepper shot. So it was quite a good solid build, that one.
Good.
I quite liked it as a list. Next pairing is Jack and James.
Jack and James.
On their Ultramarines.
Yeah, triple ballistas, double hell blasters, very shooty list.
Yeah,
Same
lots of
one they've
shooting.
played most of the league.
I think they're from talking to them last week after the game. I think they've made a couple of adjustments. They've taken one of the tanks out and put some more units in, I believe.
Okay.
But as I was looking through it, there was just an awful lot of shooting, like serious amount of shooting in that list. And they are playing Matthew Elliott on his Death Guard.
No, it's all but one of the Death Guard players, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. Matthew's list he actually does utilise the Plague Marines still, which we see have dropped out quite a lot of lists recently.
Yeah,
but
but they're still running the Virulence because the Virulence has the shooting output, right, with those Plague Marines. But that's good. That's a classic matchup, right? Ultramarines versus Death Guard.
Classic one on paper. Next up is James Larkin on his Votan.
Yeah. I think it's just the standard list that every Votan player plays.
Yeah, I think until these new units that have been revealed turn up, it's still very much copy and paste Votan at the moment. There's very
They have a lot
little
of models, yeah.
variation,
They're quite out there models. They're hopefully going to have a different feel to them as well. They're in a strong place at the moment, Votan, and I think that's because the switch to the Knights meta.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
The ability of the army to put out high volume shots into Knights, anti-vehicle, lots of damage fall. They, I'm sure James is hoping for
their
a Knights
output
match.
is very, very solid. He will, however, be playing Nick Jones on his Ultramarines. And Nick's list is certainly one of the more varied ones. There's some Centurions in there, there's Redemptor in there, there's a normal Dreadnought in there, there's bits and pieces. Again, it's a very varied list.
He's got Calgar and Girly Man as well.
I think you struggle to really pin down because he's got an answer to everything.
Yeah, and that said, James is going to be hoping to take out those big play pieces early. He's got good play into that, so they'll have to play. Ben sniggering, he's seen something.
I've just seen the next matchup.
Go on then.
It's brought a smile to my face. So the next matchup is Mr. Michael Darby on World Eaters.
Oh,
no way.
Spawny, Angron, 8 Fiends, going into our very own
And he's
Mr.
going
Adam
into our
Stoddart.
very own Mr. Adam
No
Stoddart.
way.
2 minutes.
Straight
it's
after
just-
just
Are you sure when I press the button you don't just quickly switch on your phone and do the pairings? I think that's like the second week in a row you've called your own matchup.
no. I knew that was going to happen. I
Yeah,
didn't
so
play on the
Mike
weekend.
into Adam. Mike has put his faith back into Angron. I think he's determined to make Angron work. There's a lot of 8-bound in that list. I think he's put a couple of Fiends in there as well. I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember the list.
Do
I
we
think
know
it
what the
was.
attachment was actually? Is it the Demon Incursion one or is it a standard?
No, we
Berserker?
tried that last week.
Because there's a
Angron,
horrible
Khan,
combo there.
Executioner, 2 Berserkers,
Khan, yeah.
2
Look who's
Rhinos,
interested in the list now.
3 Spawn, 2 8-bound,
No one
2
gets-
Forge
No one
Fiends,
else
and
gets this
Jackals.
personal list
No,
treatment.
no,
here.
no. The 1 week I take my big flamer out.
What's it? Oh, did you
Yeah.
actually?
Yeah.
What is in your list actually, Adam? What's your list?
My list, well, Ben has commented here, more holes than Adam's teenage socks. I'm not going to say the word that was between teenage and socks. Lots of naughty kids jumping around. I finally thought, you know what, I'm going to play Uppy Downy Subterranean.
Nice.
My list's called My Hungry Holes. I've got the big Ravener unit, Neurotyrant, Swarmlord, 2 units of Gargoyles, Biovore, 2 Horror Spexes, Hive Guard, which is going to be completely useless, Lictor, Neurolictor, Non Emissary, 2 units of Raveners, and a big blob of Zone Fruits.
Well, there's your answer to.
I think the benefit is at least you can jump around the board, which kind of hampers World Eaters somewhat.
Yeah, I
in terms
think
of
so
being able to just burst out and pick everything up.
Nick's gonna have a. Mike's gonna have a hard game there. Because you can pick your fights.
Yeah. Unless he gets first turn.
Yeah.
And which
Good matchup though.
I think it's
sounds like a stream matchup.
sounds like
that
a
one.
stream game. That one.
I best get some practicing.
Okay, next up is Mr. Beardio Stevio
I really wanted to go to Steve.
on his Imperial Knights.
Why? Did you expect him to Steve?
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Steve was. I think Steve's list was called "Screw you, Nick. I've got a Canadus again." Something along those lines.
Screw you, Nick, and your stupid banana boys.
Steve, I think, has taken great delight in putting his assassin back into his list that he was denied at WTC unfairly.
Yes, because obviously, for those who aren't aware, in teams, you cannot take the same faction keyword. So you can't have two factions with allies that have the same faction keyword. So you have to pick one. Sorry,
it would have been great as if it had been Nick versus Steve if they're assassins. The see who was.
Well, we had
anyway,
that last week. Didn't
we did. So yeah, so Steve is on his Power Rangers. So he's got his
5 big knights.
His big knights, and he's into James Wright.
James
on his
Wright,
orcs.
Yeah, War Trikes.
He still has that big, massive war trike thing.
Has he gone for? What's he gone
No,
for?
he's not Speed Freaks.
Oh,
No, he has that big war trike boss model that just goes around smashing stuff. He gave Josh Burns a torrid time of it in the last league round.
Orcs is actually an interesting one for knights because there's a lot of OC, there's a lot of beast bosses in there with dead wounds into vehicles.
Gaz.
I mean, knights have got a high OC, but they only need 5 orcs to live on an objective, and they can't take that objective.
I think having witnessed the end of the
fucking
Josh
hell, Ben,
James
you okay?
game.
Oh, sorry. The end of a game, right?
Sorry, yeah.
You had a prophetic moment there.
The end of Josh and James's game. James's war failed absolutely miserably into Josh. And I think this game again will come down to it. If James can have a solid war turn with the beast bosses into that, he could pick up.
Oh, so James had Josh Burns last round?
Yes, yeah, it was James and Josh Burns last round, and it was
close.
A close game in the end. Yeah, both of them obviously in Space Wars into Orcs. It was a lot, and the war failed miserably. And I'm sure James won't mind me saying that. It effectively didn't pick up a unit. It just bounced hard. And I think this is going to be an interesting one because the list on paper into Knights in the war turn could do an awful lot of damage. Yeah. But it could also do nothing. So it's
yeah, that's Orcs. Yeah.
That'd be a good game actually to see as well.
Yeah.
Orcs into Imperial Knights. Right. Anyway, moving on. Next up is Paul Sheard on Sisters.
Yeah. Lots of angry girls again.
You played into Kev Hughes as Space Force,
lots of canonesses, lots of sacrosancts, literally a bit of everything.
Serious amount of damage output.
Solid list. I think that's what I actually put was that it's it really can pick its output and do a lot of damage to someone. And he is playing Mr. Lee Hughes on his Black Templars.
Well, Lee was over here earlier because he'd helped bring back some of the Welsh terrain after the Allies event, and he was saying, "I wish I got a chance to play Sisters on the weekend." Well, there you go.
Your wish is granted. I mean, obviously Lee knows Sisters. It's another one that his armies he's strong with, so I think it's a matchup that he will understand. He has gone just mass Primaris Crusader spam. A lot of output there. Obviously, he can still pick his Feel No Pain if he wants, or Battle of the Righteous. I guess it's the religious nutcases fighting each other. So,
Whose God is greater?
Yeah.
Oh
good,
crap! It's
good
the same
matchup.
one.
Yeah.
That's never stopped humans before.
No, it hasn't. That's fantastic. That'll be interesting.
That'd be a good game.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Few matchups to go. Next up
Don't tease me.
is Nick on his Golden Boys. So Nick on Custodes.
Wardens and Drinkers. Has he taken characters or has he chosen to just take big blocks of Wardens?
He has gone back to Wardens and Blade Champions.
Right,
which is
I'm quietly laughing
solid
in
list.
the corner because I'm thinking, are there any Knights players left?
No, but there is Martin Bolton on his 9-10 Castro Militarium list, full of Lehman Russes and Rogal Dawns.
And what are you telling me then?
And that's who Nick is playing. So
Nick is the unluckiest human.
in Nick's true fashion, I think his list was even called "I can't get knights again right." I think was Nick's list. No, you can't, Nick, but you have managed to get the only vehicle-heavy list. I think the one positive to you is Martin again has his 3 vanquishers, the tried and trusted triple vanquisher list. That I guess they can really, 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 really kill one custodian each.
Nick's still, he's positive in the chat. Let's go. Okay.
But yeah, Martin I think is on version 27 of his Sacred Imperial Guard list. Again, just a lot of tanks, Lehman Rush Demolishers, Vanquishers, double Rogel Dawn, lots of Catajans. It's again, the more Martin plays it, I think I had a good chat with him at the weekend. He enjoyed his run out at Allies.
Yep.
And he's got those really annoying double engines here as well, and he's got Creed.
Yeah, the 4+1 one's going to be.
And those Rogel Dawns
for...
can be a nightmare to take down when they've got the engine sayers on them.
Yeah.
So yeah. Best roll lots of lethals again, Nick.
A lot of damage 3 in that card, army.
Tell me about it.
Okay.
Good luck.
Next up,
Yeah.
Mr. Barry Betts
Mr. Barry.
on his Eldar.
Yeah. Wraith Knights, double prism.
He's stuck with it. Still got his big Wraith Knight in there. Got his double prism. He's got the Avatar.
Interesting.
Lots of high cost, high damage units in that list.
Yeah, I think he's waiting for that night matchup. I don't think he's had one.
He hasn't, and he obviously hasn't got one again.
No.
What he has got is Rhino Reese on his Death Guard.
Oh, Christ, there we go. Could he be the one to take down the menace that is Rhino Reese? Has he got any rhinos, Reese?
Well, the comment here says more meta than Facebook. So
who is writing these comments? I don't know.
I think Reese. It's definitely a copy and paste from one of the international teams. I think for Reese's list. Solid
he's got a single rhino in there.
He has
Right at the bottom.
You know what you need to do, Barry.
Yeah, even if it costs you your Wraith Knight, just push out and kill the Rhino turn 1. That alone, I think, is worth at least 1 bonus WTC point. If you can kill Reese's Rhino in round 1, I'll give you an extra WTC point. I literally will give you 1 extra point. So I've laid the gauntlet. There's the challenge. It might cost you the game, so that's a gamble you take.
I do feel if Reese can keep his Rhino alive all game, though, he deserves an extra.
No, he just gets to score 20 rather than 19. I think that's the fair. That's the fair point. If Reese keeps his Rhino alive beyond turn 1, he's allowed to score maximum points if he gets there. So
Barry, 20-0 in for me.
That will be interesting. But no, I mean, look, I do think that's ordinarily would be a really interesting matchup. I think Barry has skewed towards maybe Knights. Death Guard, he does have a lot of drones. If the Wraith Knight can just keep popping out and picking them up,
It can move through walls. There's a hell of a big blue L right in the middle of that
Avatar
table.
with his silly, what is it, sustained 3 big shots, pick up. I mean,
unfortunately, none of them can utilise the staging points on this map, but there's a big open middle.
But the damage is there, so that'd be an interesting game, that one.
I think so, yeah.
Interesting one to see. Right, and the last pairings before we hit the top 4 is Matthew Jones on his Chaos Demons.
Yeah, which, having a quick flick through that's somebody else who has chased a bit of meta, I think.
Matt just got bored of
Nurgle Demons.
I
don't blame him.
And has switched to Shadow Legion.
Okay, good choice.
But it's an interesting Shadow Legion list. I think there's 3 lots of Screamers in there, which
brutal
can really be effective. Obviously Bellacore and a few other big boys. He's gone full Shadow Legion, so that will be strong.
The Screamers are strong.
And he will of course be going into Jordan on his Emperor's Children.
Not strong into Emperor's Children.
Jordan has also gone double Demon Prince and triple Noise Marines.
Yeah, so that's he had that. I think that's a go-to. I think he changed his list slightly.
Yeah,
he's taken out the Roll of
the
Fiends.
Fiends, I believe.
Yeah, they were on these maps. They are a
triple
problem.
Rhino.
Yeah, I think they've got the same sort of problem you get with the Horror Spexes.
Yeah, any combat monster on WTC.
Just getting them round.
Yeah. The problem is you have to deploy them on the line.
Yeah.
to get them into the fight, and then it's do I go first?
Yeah.
Matt Jones, it's a lot of Uppy Downey into some Slanesh. What can I say? Emperor's Children.
Yeah.
Emperor's Children got good board presence though.
Mm.
Generally speaking, there's a lot of playing pieces, so that's going to be
Oh,
interesting.
and
Screamers, anti-vehicle,
yeah,
anti-monster.
Emperor's Children do not like high toughness.
no, which would have been more of an issue if he'd stuck to his 46 great unclean ones, because Jordan wouldn't have been able to do anything.
426 or 46.
46.
Right.
That would be a good game.
Matt tells me it is a tournament legal list.
Right, that has to be a stream, apparently. He literally helped me make this list, saying it would be great versus him. That's
So Jordan's built the list a bit. Or was it just an app? Did Jordan have a little
It's a
cheek
psyop.
look at the table? Like the most legendary psyop so far, and has built a list that he'll just 20-0. So that would be interesting.
Well, I had Jordan last round.
Has
He
Matt
got
fallen
Jordan Fabulous got fabulously unlucky into me, just by the fact that I went first. And he deployed very aggressively.
Okay.
That was the only chance I had.
So, I'm doing these one by one now.
Oh God, here we go.
Next
is the
up.
top 4.
Is myself.
Yeah.
1000 Suns.
Ben Lane, bringing up the rear.
Rubrics, rhinos, goats. Let's go play in the sandbox. Apparently.
Oh my.
Yeah, I've stuck with my league angle. Lots of Rubric Marines.
Coven.
Fananax. I'm still
Unfamiliar.
sticking to my belief that the Fananax detachment is strong.
Mm.
It doesn't have the punch. It doesn't have the go and get a 20-0 in it. But I just think it's a very solid list. That the into 1 damage, especially now, that is really
Like Swooping Hawks.
depends on 40 shots from Swooping Hawks.
For example.
Might be useful. So we shall see how it does. But it's worked well in the earlier rounds.
Yeah.
I prefer the detachment of it, the stratagems. Fall back and shoot. It's just wonderful with flamers. Some rhino protection. I just like the play
I
style of
really
it.
like that you're seeing different detachments as well, because I think I tried the most fun I've had with Eldar in ages is my Guardian detachment, which is just out
Yeah.
there.
No, it's
Hammer- Siege Anvil Force with Space Marines as well. It's like this is you just find what that detachment does really well and just lean into it, and people are like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah, it's a bit different. No Magnus. It's nice to not have to worry about the big one.
Yeah.
Having a bit more flexibility, and lots of Rubric Marines are just great. They can hit really hard. So it's a list I've enjoyed playing in the first 3 rounds. I've gone back to that same list.
Nice.
Can they get hit really hard by Thunder Hammers or hammers from Big Wolves?
I think the benefit of them is obviously the 5-up invuln built in.
Yeah,
It's even better when you have all the squads led by sorcerers that give them a 4-up native invuln, and technically a 2-up armor save into 1 damage. So they're kind of like
That's brutal.
custodians.
Yeah.
But we'll see. That they do drop pretty easily still. So, but it's a fun one to play.
Just roll 4s.
Drum roll. Another drum roll for the next. Let me know after this one what the next pairing is, and I shall be playing the Spaniard, Mr. Fur.
God damn.
18 units of Angry Marines.
So Fur on, I have to say, a predominantly 1 damage army.
Yes. It is a predominantly 1 damage army.
Apart from obviously the Sanguine Guard, and I know he's got a Flamer tank in there, but lots of Death Company, lots of Assault Jump Pack Marines. I will say Rubiks really don't like fast moving, aggressive 12-inch combat units.
No.
So that will be quite nasty. I think it
It'll
will
be tough, yeah. Tipping point, lots of staging points, like you said.
Lots of staging.
You're probably going to
points.
miss Magnus in that matchup as well, I suggest.
Yeah, I think it's Coven might. Coven would have been more effective overall, but I think Fananax is just solid, and I think it can soak up a lot more damage than you expect. What I like about it is that you charge it and just expect it to die, and then suddenly it sticks around with 2 Marines, and you're like, what the hell?
Those JPIs and things like that are just going to bounce, and then you're going to fall back and shoot.
Yeah, it
there's
really
some
does
play
cause
there.
some problems. So
That's
that'd
going to
be
be tight.
a good game. Be looking forward. Ironically, Fur wanted to have a game into T-Suns before WTC, so that'd be a fun game. I think Scorched Earth with the jump pack movement thing might be a slight advantage for Fur. He can certainly get to my home objective as and when he needs to.
Yeah, but again, it's going to be hard to smash on that, right? If you just go, this is my objective.
Yeah, should be a good
How
game.
the hell is it going to stop me?
Mr. Fernando, I should look forward to that one.
Fantastic. Well, unfortunately, those of you with half a brain, you'll probably
know
figured
what
out.
our next matchup is. It is It is the Battle of the Joshes again. Now, this was the game that ultimately nearly decided the league winner last league, and you and Josh ended up drawing. And then you ended up taking the league based on points differential
scored.
and Bernholt's score.
That's all it came down to.
It was a very close game.
Yeah.
Aptly, I think Josh has actually named his list. We all like melee pressure.
Yeah.
So it is an awful lot of head takers, Wolf and Thundercav.
I've always said
this
is the game I lose. I think because it's just too much for me to deal with. So it'll be interesting.
Josh do you wish you're on Warhost?
Warhost, I can beat that, but I can't beat it without the tricks. I think. That said, it's going to be a great game. Yeah. Josh is a phenomenal player. I'm going to try and hold him to an 11-9 win. I'll try and that's my promise to you out there, just so that there's a chance for the next person to come back and win it if they get a loss, including myself, of course. I fall on my own sword.
So that means when we apply the WTCT modifier, that's a 16 for Josh. That's
should be tough.
The normal standard. Based on Josh's predictions. But no, that's a phenomenal game. As you say, and this is what's good about the league going those extra couple of rounds now, is that whoever loses that game, they will drop into the lower tier. Their other opponent is going to, ultimately the winner of me and Fur will play the winner of yourself and Josh. We know that's a fact on Swiss pairings, unless we both draw, then that really throws a spanner in the works and we see who draws who. But some fantastic games coming out.
But what's unavoidable, I suppose, in the next round is there will be two undefeated players, undoubtedly, and they know they're going to draw each other, and there will therefore be some list building shenanigans going on.
This is I think what takes into account, and this is part of I think a decision as a committee we will take as to whether or not there has to be an element of do we lock lists? I think it's unfair to do so. I think we have to see what happens in the meta as well. We're expecting another slate soon, so there's going to be lots of impacts.
I don't think so. I think
you're absolutely right.
Let the top two players try and spec into each other and see what happens.
I was going to say, what I would say is you could argue that it's fair in a way, but as long both players know, as opposed to somebody trying to guess the matchup. If you both know, and you can take your best units,
I'll be taking the same list I was taking. That's my
apart from what would be Warhost. Other than that,
changes the attachment.
But no, look, I think great, and it means we go into that round 6 then. Sorry, going to round 5, with potentially that being the decider for an unbeaten player. And then they said they've still got to play round 6, 7, 8. So 3 more rounds to come.
I think the downside to these pairings is whoever loses both of those matches goes into the bracket below, and then I might have to fight them.
And that is what I say is what makes it.
Let's restart the league.
It's why I love the Swiss pairings, because yes, those individuals that win, those guys sitting on 2-1 at the moment that pick up another win and go 3-1. The losing players in the top bracket will drop into that 3-1 bracket, and it opens it up again. So there's all sorts of pairings you can get. Knowing that if you pick up another win, then again you're going back into that top tier. So it just keeps it interesting.
Might have to lose to Mike on purpose, so I don't have to fight either of you.
Another one of your tactical losses.
Tactical losses,
A tactical loss from Adam again is planned. So, like round 1, we shall see. But there we go. Some great draws, some great matches. As always, if you and your opponent are interested in perhaps being on stream, let us know. I think this round, just early forewarned, will be a bit different. Myself and Josh obviously are away for the best part of 2 weeks in Austria, so we do lose, in theory, a couple of weeks of... Yeah,
I'd ask Josh to be a bit flexible with me as well in that respect. Just because it's going to be quite difficult.
Realistically, probably look at a stream week 3.
Yeah, well, we didn't manage to get one this round either because, well, the summer season is so intense for 40k for the national scene, and with Ben taking on that coaching role and supporting us, it's been great for Team Wales. It's been a bit tricky for Team Deeside, but you know, it's just this summer period at the end of the day, and then it all calms down again. So.
Yeah, absolutely, and obviously normal rules apply, guys. Try and get your league games in sooner rather than later.
Yep.
I would suggest try and get them over the next couple of weeks if you can. Get the scores submitted, and let's have another good round.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Just remind everyone of the map and the mission. I will post it up later. Probably not tonight. I'm going to relax a little bit. But it's Scorched Earth. It's on tipping points. Look at those beautiful staging points designed for Space Wolves. And I will.
and Death Company and Lost Memories. Why wasn't Josh playing Fur on this? That would have been fair.
Great.
That would have been better. Anyway.
Yeah, I would have taken 2 songs. No, but honestly, thanks for watching. Give us a like. Just, let us know you're out there and you care, and we'll try and get a stream. Approach us if you're interested. We'll approach you as well. And thanks. Have a good round.
This will be published this evening.
Yeah, great. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Until next time.